What's up, man? Welcome back to the Sideline Story. Welcome back to the Sideline Story, man. Hope everybody having a good day. Back on the solo mission, man. Back on the solo mission. We got some free agency news, and let's get it. As everybody knows by now, Paul George is a member of the Philadelphia 76ers, and not for nothing, though. Everybody kind of knew this move was coming. It was a fairly easy move to predict if you had been following the tea leaves or anything. And how do we get here? So last year, I believe, was year 5 of Kawhi and Paul George. Everybody knows that the playoff success or lack thereof, it just they wasn't successful in the playoffs. That's a playoff move. You acquire Kawhi Leonard, you give up a haul to get Paul George, you end up shipping off Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and a bunch of picks. Not for nothing, the deal isn't even complete. Uh, they still have picks from the Thunder still have picks from the Clippers. Uh, I believe one of those picks turned into Jalen Williams. So that's just a testament to Sam Presti and his savviness as a general manager. But so they go on these playoff runs. They get eliminated from the playoffs, as we see. Now this last season, uh, they had it was a small portion of the season where they looked like the best team in the league. They probably were the best team in the league. And Kawhi ends up going down. So they enter the playoffs against my Dallas Mavericks, and they ended up losing 4-2. Brian Windhorst reported today that the Clippers gave Kawhi Leonard a 3-year, $150 million deal, and they didn't tell Paul George about it. As y'all saw, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I believe, they signed James Harden to a 2-year, $70 million deal. I don't know if they're blaming this on the new CBA. They don't want to be going into the second apron with this team as constructed, and if they're not having the playoff success that they want. And Steve Ballmer is an owner with deep pockets, but with this new agreement, with this new collective bargaining agreement, it'll be hard for even somebody like him to just attain all of these assets, to try to win a championship that they so desire. So if I'm Paul George, I'm looking at this in hindsight. Okay, I gave Kawhi his deal, and now you look at it yesterday. Okay, it's James Harden got his deal, so it's like, okay, now I'm probably not getting my deal. So he don't. It's not like, see, another thing too. Like, I'm gonna talk about Klay Thompson in a separate video. These guys don't want to leave where they're at. Like Paul George, his family is in LA. It's the team that he wants to play for is in LA. Even though he says he's a Lakers fan, but I'm not buying it at this point in time. So everybody, you see him and Joel Embiid on there in Dallas when Dallas Mavericks. It was either the finals or the Western Conference Finals when I think it was a Get Up. I can't remember if it was Get Up or if it was a TNT halftime show. I can't really remember, but or ESPN or the TNT halftime show. I can't remember, but Joel Embiid hinted at upgrading the roster around him in Philly, and Paul George was sitting right there. Hint hint. So Philly ends up getting their guy 4 years, $212 million. Philly had to spend some money. I believe they had like around $50 million in cap space they had to spend. You signed Paul George, you signed Eric Gordon, you signed Andre Drummond, and you extend Tyrese Maxey off his rookie extension. Shout out to him. That's definitely well deserved. But where does this put Philly in the midst of things? Well, you're on the clock. Joel Embiid will be 30 this year, and he's had a plethora of playoff mishaps or failures, if you will. He can't get over the hump. He can't beat, like I told Corey, he can't beat Boston. He can't beat the Boston Celtics. He hasn't made it out of the second round. He has yet to put together a string of playoff performances that we will remember in history, that he'll go down in history. He's yet to do so. This is all dependent on Joel Embiid's health. Paul George is as everybody's, the narrative is he's an upgraded version of Tobias Harris. Paul George had one of his best seasons last year. Let's see what he had. Should I already had this up, but whatever. I ain't tripping. You can go to Basketball Reference for this. So yeah, played 74 games. That's the most games he's played since 2018, 2019 when he was with the Oklahoma City Thunder. He shot 41% from 3 off 8 attempts. What else did he do? 22 points per game. What did he shoot from the field goal? 47%. He also made the All-Star team this season too. So from an efficiency standpoint, he was pretty good. 22 points a game on a somewhat of a top-heavy stack roster with him, Kawhi, and James Harden, big three. I like this move. I feel like Paul George has catch and shoot ability. I feel like he has moments where he can ISO the game, get buckets for himself if Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey are out the game or having a cold stretch at the time. I do like this move. From a financial standpoint, I know people will look at the back end of the contract and they may feel that, Philly put themselves in a kind of a difficult spot. But to be honest with you, I don't mind this team making that move because of the situation that they're in. That position, it was a position of need, and Paul George has a certain skill set that they need. It's like a Swiss Army knife in a sense. He can pass the ball, he can defend, he can rebound. He's a 3-level scorer, as you know, shoot the three, mid-range, he can get to the rim, he can get to the free throw line, he can create for himself and others. That's most important when you're on a team when you're trying to acquire ancillary pieces for a championship run. With Aaron Gordon, Andre Drummond, Jared McCain, they re-signed Kelly Oubre. You retain Tyrese Maxey. Are they ready to contend with the likes of the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks? I believe so. I think they now have the offensive firepower to put together the types of runs that's necessary. I feel like with Joel Embiid anchoring the defense, and you have like I'm not going to say he's just super elite as we once know, but he does have capabilities of being a good two-way player. And I mean, Paul George, I like the move. I feel like I said, they had to make this move. You have to show Joel Embiid that you're serious about winning right now, because the thing is, Joel Embiid is entering like the middle of his prime. He'll be 30 this year. So, and the injuries are starting to, it's getting to a point where like a narrative may set in, oh, he can't stay healthy now. Oh, he can't put together these playoff runs. Like, we're going to start, these are the years that are going to define Joel Embiid's career. That's how we're going to remember him. And I feel like Philly is trying to show you that we're doing right by you by putting this piece in Paul George next to you. So I wish him all the best. I think this move will definitely pan out. I like the move. So we'll see. Peace.